There is a moment in many people's lives when they hear the word no so many times that it starts to feel like a permanent label instead of a temporary response. No from employers, no from investors, no from people who do not believe in the idea, and sometimes even no from friends or family who think you are being unrealistic. The truth is that rejection is one of the most common experiences behind almost every success story, but that most people only see the final result and never the long period of doubt and refusal that came before it. This story explains what really happens when someone continues moving forward, even when almost everyone around them says no. The story begins with a young man named Michael who had a simple but powerful goal. He wanted to build something meaningful in his life, something that would give him independence, stability, and a sense of purpose. But the path he chose was not easy and not guaranteed. Like many people starting something new, he did not have a perfect plan, a lot of money, or strong connections. What he had was an idea and a strong belief that it could work if he kept improving it over time. When Michael first shared his idea with people, the reactions were not what he expected. Many people quickly dismissed it. Some said the market was too competitive. Others said someone else had already tried something similar and failed. A few people laughed and told him he should choose a safer path instead. This is something that happens very often in real life. When someone attempts something different or uncertain, many people respond based on fear rather than possibility. They are not always trying to be negative, but they are protecting themselves from risk, and they assume others should do the same. At this stage, many people ask an important question. If everyone is saying no, does that mean the idea is actually bad? The honest answer is that sometimes feedback is useful and sometimes it is simply a reflection of other people's limited perspective. The challenge is learning how to listen without losing your own ability to think independently. Michael realized that some criticism helped him improve his plan, but other criticism came from people who had never tried anything similar themselves. The next few months were extremely difficult because rejection started appearing everywhere. Michael sent messages, proposals, and applications, and most of them were ignored or declined. This is the stage where many people give up because the emotional pressure becomes heavy. Doubt starts growing inside the mind. Questions like maybe they are right, maybe I am wasting time, maybe I am not capable appear again and again. These thoughts are normal, and almost everyone who tries something ambitious experiences them. But something interesting happened that changed Michael's perspective. One evening, he realized that the people saying no were not necessarily predicting the future. They were simply reacting based on what they currently knew or believed. This is an important truth that many people do not realize early enough. Rejection does not always mean impossibility. Often, it simply means not yet, not convinced, or not the right moment. Instead of stopping, Michael decided to treat every no as information. He studied what people criticized, improved his approach, and tried again with small changes. This is something many successful people later describe as a key turning point. Instead of seeing rejection as a final answer, they see it as feedback that can help them move closer to a working solution. During this time, another question started to appear in his mind, one that many people watching this story might also be thinking. How long should someone continue before deciding it is time to stop? The truth is there is no universal timeline that fits everyone. But there is one pattern that appears often in real life. People who continue learning and adapting tend to create opportunities that were not visible at the beginning. Progress may be slow, but persistence combined with improvement often changes the outcome over time. Michael also realized something important about confidence. Confidence does not always come before results. In many cases, confidence grows after people survive difficult phases without giving up. Each attempt, each improvement, and each lesson slowly builds internal belief even if external validation is still missing. Then something unexpected happened after many months of effort. One person finally said yes. It was not a huge breakthrough at first, just a small opportunity to test his idea in a real situation. But that single yes mattered because it proved something important. The previous no responses were not permanent barriers. They were simply part of the process of reaching someone who saw potential. From that point, things did not magically become easy, but momentum slowly started building. More people became interested once they saw real progress instead of just an idea. This is another honest truth about how the world works. Many people are skeptical in the beginning, but become supportive once results begin to appear. It may not always feel fair,
but it is a very common pattern.
Looking back, Michael understood something that many people only realize after years of experience.
The period when everyone said no was actually the time when he was learning the most, improving the most, and building the mindset necessary to handle success later.
Without those challenges, he might not have developed the patience, problem-solving skills, and resilience that eventually helped him move forward.
So if you are currently hearing no from people around you, it does not automatically mean your journey is over. Sometimes it simply means you are still early in the process.
The key difference between people who eventually prove others wrong and those who stop too soon is not luck or perfection. It is the willingness to continue learning, adjusting, and trying again even when the outcome is uncertain.
In the end, the most powerful lesson from this story is very simple but very real. The opinions of others can influence your path, but they do not have the authority to define your future unless you allow them to.
When everyone said no, Michael did not become successful because the world suddenly changed. He proved them wrong because he refused to stop growing, improving, and believing that the next attempt could be the one that changes everything.